Fight.
Yo, what's poppin'? Not everybody has big bucks to spend on Yu-Gi-Oh, myself included at times, although I've gone a little bit ham-boned lately. But anyway, that's beside the point. So what I wanted to do today was try and build a competent deck on a budget. So I think right now $100 ish can get you like a pretty good Orcust deck, and that's what I'm showing off here. This deck, as I just mentioned, costs right about $100. That's full um, main deck and extra deck included. So today we'll go over a quick card by card, why I chose some cards over others, and I will also show you my TCG player cart that I have with all of these cards in it and proof that you can build a competent deck for about 100. The first thing I gotta say, if you like the video, hit me with a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it if you do. And if you don't, that's cool too. Like nobody's gonna come knocking on your door like, hey, subscribe to this guy. He makes a lot of really good content, and he really appreciates it, and it helps him make feel better about his life if you do. Nobody's gonna do that, but if you do like the video, I really do appreciate the subs. So the first thing you'll notice here is that this list looks very, very similar to the like my favorite Scrap Orcust build that I posted a few days ago. And that's part of why I like the deck so much. Like it's very, very close to like what I have for a fully competitive version. There are just like a few minor changes here and there. So card by card, we've got 3 Raptor, 3 Recycler, 3 Redeployment, and 3 Fossil Dig. So 12 legit starters that get you absolutely full combo. Like that is really, really good. There are also random combinations of cards that can get you to full combo, like Metal Crunch, like if you out open a few of these guys or whatever. Foolish plus Reborn, you know what I mean. There are other random combinations. From here, we've got our Machina package. So Fortress, Citadel, Metal Cruncher, Megaform, Irradiator. Again, you should know what all this stuff does. I've gone over it like 1,000 times. We've got a Gillosaurus, which is just an amazing extender. It's searchable, so if you open Recycler plus Dig, Raptor plus Dig, Redeployment plus Dig, whatever, like we have access to a extender, which is very, very nice. World Legacy Succession is searchable Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is better Succession. Foolish is a great starter slash extender. You know, if we just need to get Nightmare Engrave or whatever, we can do that. You'll of course notice no Gearsu here. That's because Gearsu is still like $30, which is absolutely not cheap, but I bet it'll be reprinted soon. So yes, we're running a very trim Orcust package here. Again, if you'll remember, I was running just one Gearsu in my full power version. So like losing one Gearsu is not the end of the world here. Again, Babel, Crescendo, very standard. We've got one Crystron Rosenix, which is what it is, you know, part of the combo. Same thing with Golem. You don't want to draw these, but again, I've showed you how to play through drawing them. So if you don't know how at this point, I mean, I'm just going to say that's your fault for not watching that last video. Onto the hand traps. These, I would say, are probably the best budget hand traps right now. Like, Valor is pretty much imperm. Yeah, it's a little bit weaker, but you can still do whatever you need to do. Crow is honestly really good in this meta. Like, hits Drytron, hits Striker, even Salad trying to, like, set their traps and stuff. Very good card. Ogre is like okay. It's honestly not great, but it's better to have more interruptions than fewer, and it has niche application. So like if in the Drytron matchup they summon out Fafnir effect to send, you chain Ogre, and then that removes 3 pieces of ritual summoning material from their board, which can be pretty strong. Finally, we've got the Skullmeister, which is so good right now. Primarily against Drytron. It also helps against what's that deck? Prank Kids, which are still running around. Like, yeah, Meister, very good card. And of course, like, we could throw in Dark Ruler because Dark Ruler's pretty cheap right now, but Dark Ruler just isn't very good this format. Like, if a lot of decks, like if you let Drytron full combo, they're gonna have like 2 live Herald of the Arc or Herald of the Orange Light in hand, and not many decks can play through 2 Heralds. And on top of that, you're gonna have to kill them because otherwise they're just gonna have mad follow up. So, yeah, Dark Ruler just doesn't really matter against Drytron. Like, it helps, but it's not that crazy. Like, it does nothing against Striker. It does nothing against Salad. It does nothing against Adagnister. So, you need hand traps in this format and not going second blowout cards like that. Yeah, you'll notice that the main deck is like pretty much unchanged. Again, it's like, yeah, there's just not that much difference here. As for the extra deck, you'll notice it's pretty much the same. I don't know if you could tell, but we've got 2 Galatea, 1 Long Girsu, double Ding, double Scrap Wyvern, really helps in the grind game. Lib, again, she searches World Legacy Succession, she's part of the combo. Apollosa, Linkuriboh, Nightmare Unicorn, Almirage. We've got Borg, we've got Boral Sword, and I forgot. And IP. For some reason, I didn't see IP. IP. This, I believe, is actually the most expensive card in the deck right now. This thing is like $20 still. But she is very important for setting up interruptions on our opponent's turn, which are everything when you go first. So she's like very important for the deck. Very, like, basically mandatory. And then everything else is like pretty cheap. I think Apo's 10, Sword is like 10. And this really is where we get the bulk of our the cost for this deck in like the extra deck, which is most decks these days anyway, unless you're playing Drytron and spending $200 on Heralds. So yeah, that's the list. Again, you'll notice it's very similar. The main differences here are going to be no Pot of Prosperity, because that one card is 3 times, or a playset of that card is 3 times as expensive as this entire deck. And then no Girsu here, of course, and a change in hand traps. Droll, I just found out, was like $15. I bought my Drolls for $3, like, I don't know, a few months ago. And then Ash is still mad expensive, Imperm, Nib, all that stuff. But yeah, we have like a very solid competitive budget deck here. So yeah, now let's just hop over to our TCG player cart, and we can I'll prove to you guys that I'm not lying. So here's my entire cart. As you can see, it's just about $100, which is not pretty chill. Overall, it's like, yeah, we've got everything. We've got the entire deck here. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Yeah, we've got our Metal Cruncher here, which is like $10, which is more expensive than I expected. Long, we've got the Linkuriboh stuff, all these damn hand traps, which are really important in this meta. Of course, I'm not counting the shipping, because then that makes the challenge impossible and very variable. More hand traps, Orcust stuff, like, yeah, it's just amazing. IP for $20. And yeah, there we go. And that's the list and the cart. So I hope you enjoyed. This was honestly a fun little challenge, because it shows that you don't have to spend everything to get like a fun and different and also somewhat competitive deck. Again, if you liked the video, hit me with a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you do not, that's cool. That's cool. I just want y'all to be happy. That's all I got. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.